My name is Pavel. I'm posting about the Quran every single day until I get to the whole thing. I'm a Christian, and it's very interesting. As I was finishing up Surat al-Ma'idah, the 5th chapter of the Quran, as I was reading the last 20, 30 verses of it, it stood out to me, the things that it was saying about Jesus. This is another one of the passages that talks about Jesus, Isa, that helps you understand the modern Muslim perspective, and it says some very interesting things. For example, it talks about the certain acts of Jesus, about how he spoke from his infancy, according to the Quran, how he molded a clay bird and breathed life into it and became a real bird, how he healed people and cured blindness, these types of things. And it's interesting because in this chapter, after each one of those statements, it says, by the will of Allah. He created the bird by the will of Allah, turned it into a real bird by Allah's will, healed people by Allah's will. So there's that. And I'm going to tell you where I'm going in a second. And then the second thing is also, Allah will ask him on the Day of Judgment, did you tell anybody to worship you as a god? And Isa says, supposedly he's going to say, no, I told people to worship you alone, my Lord and your Lord. And so I think about that, and I think about the arguments that guys who do dawah, that try to invite people into the Muslim faith, use when they're trying to argue from the Bible that Jesus is not really God. And it makes sense that they focus on the things that they focus on, right? It makes sense that they would focus on the passages that seem like Jesus is receiving power from someone else, like how he prayed before he went and raised Lazarus from the dead, how he prayed in general, how he said explicitly, I'm going to my Lord and your Lord, and how these obviously are going to seem very convincing from a Muslim perspective to show that Jesus was not truly God, because, well, that is what the Quran shows that he is not truly God.